Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another Me First Mornings. I am your host, Patricia Romero Wolfson, and I am a mother, a wife, and of course, an intuitive coach and an energy healer. I do have three boys, so life gets kind of crazy. And all of the things that I share with you are practical and also come from my experience as a coach, an intuitive coach, an energy healer. The stuff that I've learned, I come to teach you. And my mission is to teach you how to calibrate your energy, how to integrate self care into easy and doable steps. Yes, it can be done. And how to embrace your own natural gifts to achieve a life you love. Because guess what, guys? Regardless of what comes before this or after this, if there's generational wounds or if there's a future life of bliss, this here is all that matters. This life, this moment, it's the only thing that we can count on. And we really need to embrace that, accept that, and live our life for the moment. Now, of course, this is not in terms of, this is not good financial advice to live your life for the moment, but it is good life advice, okay? You're living for the now, for the moment, feeling what's going on right now. If right now isn't feeling good to you, then shifting to something that feels a little bit better in increments. That's the key. Increments. You don't go from sadness and depression to bliss. You go from sadness and depression to maybe anger, maybe a little jealousy. Maybe you start to feel some different things. And on their own, we've been taught that there's certain feelings that, are not approved or acceptable or that we shouldn't feel, like anger or jealousy or anxiety, right? But all of those feelings matter. All of those feelings count. All of those feelings are giving you information about what's happening right now. And when you acknowledge those feelings and say, hey, I'm feeling this, I wonder what's going on with me, and acknowledge it, then you're able to address it and then move on from there. Hello, Eleanor. I'm so glad you're here. Good morning. Good morning. And yes, we had this conversation the other day, right? It's all about feeling it all. It is all okay. There is nothing wrong with you. You should not feel guilty or ashamed for anything you feel, for anything you're experiencing. It is life through your lens, and nobody can question that. Nobody has the right to question life through your lens. At the same time, you also do not have the right to question life through somebody else's lens. So if somebody tells you, hey, this is what life looks like for me, it is your job to believe them and leave the rest up to fate, karma, God, whatever, right? But when somebody tells you this is what it looks like to me, you have to believe that that's what it looks like to them, just as you would want people to accept and understand that life through your lens appears as you see it. This is getting a little too philosophical for Fun Friday, but it was what came to me, so I had to share it because that's how it works. All right. So let's get down to business. And the first piece of business I would like to say is, please, if you have not already done so, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go on YouTube, Jumpstart for Change, just subscribe and ding the little notification button so that you'll know whenever I'm on live. And just for your reference, I am here every Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. EST. I'll be here giving you little pieces of information. And of course, we do our morning ritual. Our Me First morning ritual specifically, which we can start right now. So if you have your candle or something to begin the ritual for you, it doesn't have to be a candle. It doesn't have to be anything. It simply could be just like a breath and ready to start. But we are going to do this together, and I'm going to show you how I do it. For those of you who have not done this with me before. So we're going to take a candle and just start our little sacred ritual. And this is a morning ritual to say good morning, to set the tone, and to calibrate our energy for the day. All right, so here we go, lighting the candle. You can light my candle. Anyway, that's from Rent, for anyone who does not know or didn't recognize it because I butchered it. Okay, anyway, no, I'm going to be nice to myself today. I did a wonderful job. I'm so great. I love you all. Oh, hi, Alina. Welcome. All right, let's put on some essential oils. Always good to, kickstart kickstart your immune system or kickstart those olfactory senses to signal the rest of your body that it's time to get into the zone. It's time to get into the zone of meditation, of beautiful sacredness in the morning. Guys, I crack myself up. Although that would be really good, right? I could do that like meditation voice, right? Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Me First Mornings. I am your host, Patricia Ribeiro Wolfson. Let us take a deep breath together. Seriously. I like that. I might do those. Seriously, let me know if you like that because I can play it up. I used to act. All right. I know, right, Alina? I love Rent. I told this story before, but when I first moved to New York, I actually auditioned for Rent and I made it to the callbacks and then no longer. But that's my big Rent story for you. Living in the big city, auditioning for Broadway. I didn't make it to Broadway, but that's okay. Clearly was not in my path. All right. I'm feeling a little crazy today, so bear with me because it's Fun Friday. All right, so we lit our candle, we did our essential oils. Okay, this is how you know that I definitely need this centering, this centering experience, this centering ritual, grounding ritual, whatever you want to call it. I need it because I'm a little off the rails today. So we're gonna get ourselves centered so that I can pull cards for you. Okay. And we will be pulling cards today. All right, I'm going to use my crystal spheres. Feel free to grab crystals or nothing at all while we take these 3 deep breaths. And they're going to be very intentional deep breaths. Should I go back to my yoga voice? Okay. We're going to take very intentional deep breaths. And I want you to breathe in and just imagine that all of the love and light from the heavens and all of the life force energy from the earth is entering your body from the points of entry, from the crown and from the ground. From the crown and from the ground. Okay, I can't keep this up. Maybe for an actual recording. All right, so I want you to open up the tops of your heads, and I do want you to imagine sunlight or that beautiful heavenly light, however you want to imagine it. I want you to open up to it and receive it from the top of your head and let it flow into your body. And at the same time, you have your legs planted on the ground. And I want you to soak in, using your legs almost like straws, that beautiful, healing, nourishing life force energy from Mother Gaia, from Mother Earth, from Gaia, however you want to call her, from Mother Nature, okay? We're going to soak that into our bodies and we're going to let that heavenly energy and that earthly energy blend in our bodies. And that life force energy is going to cleanse and dissipate and break apart any stuck, stagnant, or dense energy. And it's just going to break it apart. And when you exhale, you're going to release anything that no longer serves you. So these beautiful healing, cleansing energies, you're going to take them into your body, allow them to do their cleansing work on all of the parts, let it permeate all of your cells. And then on the exhale, you're going to release what doesn't serve you. And basically it's like sweeping things out the door. Okay. So that energy cleanses the inside and does, shake things up, and almost like a broom sweeps up all of that energy that no longer serves you. And on the exhale, it's like opening the door and letting it all go out. This is my motion for sweeping out the door being your mouth. I don't know. Does that make sense to you? It makes sense to me. Okay. Let's take 3 of these deep breaths together. Okay, ready? Now, really, I want you to increase your capacity for this breath. As much as you can take in is as much as will be available to you to use for this process. So bring in as much as you can. Deep breath in and hold and release. You might feel a little tension in your shoulders, but just be aware of that and see if you can relax them, okay? Take another deep breath. Hold and release. And one more deep breath. Let's go make this one count, okay? Here we go. And hold. And release. Let it totally breathe out as much as you can because we want it all out. Get out the energy that we don't need. Good morning, Mom. Hi, nice to see you here. Okay, so now that we've done our healing breath, now is the time that I want you guys to think about your intention for the day, okay? So, this is how we set up our GPS. This is how we calibrate our energy for the day. So, we input the coordinates that we want for the day. So, we did a little warm up that's like turning on the car, right? You're like, oh, okay, we're on. We're getting ready to go, right? Dusting off whatever doesn't work in the car, cleaning out the car, taking out the garbage. Okay, that's what that's what the me first morning ritual is. Okay, that's us turning on the car. That's us getting ready for our day. And then we need to input the coordinates, right? Where's our car going? Where's our trip today? Where are we headed to? So let's input the coordinates that we want, right? So what is it that you want today? You want a peaceful day. You want a spacious day. You want a courageous day. You want a productive day. You want a day that feels abundant. You want a day that feels accomplished. What I'm using words, but you can use a word, you can use a phrase, you can use a song, right? Maybe there's a song in your head that you're like, oh my God, I want to embody this song, the feeling of this song today. First of all, you should definitely play that song if that's something that you want to embody. That's a great way for you to sort of soak that feeling in. But aside from that, just think about your intention. What do you want? And input that into coordinates, right? I want to feel this. And so everything that I do today is going to be filtered through the idea that this is what I'm looking for in my day. So let's say we're going to pick peace. I need a peaceful day. It's Friday. I want to relax. I just want to not be bothered with too many things, right? Let's just say that's it. So, okay, I want a relaxing day, right? So anything that comes your way, somebody says, "Hey, I really need some help with this. I'm painting my house today. Do you think you can come over today or tomorrow?" Your answer would be, "Well, that depends." So you have to think, is painting with my friend, does that feel relaxing? For some people, it may feel relaxing. Maybe like, you know what? That's exactly what I need. I just want to zone out and paint, right? With a friend, have some fun. Or maybe you're like, that is the last thing I want to do. I do not want to paint. I do not want to help anyone or anything. I just need to take care of myself. And on the surface, that may sound selfish, but it's really important for you to connect with yourself and with what you need. So that way, when you say yes to people, you're saying yes from a whole place. You're saying yes from an integrated place. You're saying yes from a fulfilled place. So when you say yes, you mean it. Then there's no resentment, right? Because if you're saying yes from an empty place, from an empty vessel, from a stressed out mind, then even if you're helping somebody, you're not really helping them all that much because you start to feel resentment. You have this energy where you just want to get it done so that you can get out of there to get back to what you were doing or so you can focus on what you really want to focus on that day. So do yourself a favor and your friend a favor or family member who is asking you for support. If you are not able to support them on a specific day, then just say you can't. And they're going to have to figure it out their own way because their life is their path and they're going to have to solve their own problem. And not that we can't be there for each other. We need to be there for each other as much as possible, but not at the expense of our own mental health, not at the expense of our own physical health. Right? What good am I if I'm not feeling good and I'm trying to help you? That's not good for anybody. And if somebody really cares for you, they want you to take care of yourself first. And if they are not thinking that you should take care of yourself, then you need to consider whether or not this friend or family really has your best interest at heart, or if they are only simply using how you are useful to them or are connected to you because you are useful to them. And, these are one of the things that we need to consider sometimes when we're setting our boundaries, when we're stepping forward and living life in a way that feels in true alignment with who we are. Sometimes we have to say no. And we have to learn to be okay with that. And we have to learn to be okay with whatever other people's reactions are to our boundaries. Okay, this feels deep today. I have a lot of deep stuff going on, but all stuff that I really feel very passionate about, and I'm going to integrate it into the content that we talk about as much as possible. Oh, good morning, Leslie. It's so nice to see you here. Thank you for showing up, or thank you for coming, or being here. Thank you. Okay, so let's, now that we have our intention set, let's say our prayer, and then I'm going to start pulling cards. So if you are watching right now and you would like me to pull a card for you, that's coming up right next. So just let me know in the comments. Yes, please pull a card for me, please. Something along those lines, so I'll know. I have one request already, and that is for my friend Deb. So anybody else, just let me know. All right, so here we go. Divine Mother, Infinite Father, Creator, Ascended Masters, Archangels, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, and all beings of 100% pure white light. Allow me to be a clear and open channel of your light and love without hesitation or ego. May the highest vibration of love and light connect with my higher self and release any and all things that do not serve me. I ask that Saint Germain and his infinitely powerful violet flame burn away the things that no longer serve myself or humanity and hold us back from our divine existence. Help us to embody our intentions for the day and help us raise the collective vibration for the highest and greatest good of all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So be it, and so it is. Woo! Okay, now, if you're on your own and not watching me right now, this is the time that you could also do your ABCs really quickly. So I'm going to pull cards. But on your own, once you've set your intentions, once you've done your breath, think about what your daily ABCs are. Now, remember, because this week we learned all about the daily ABCs. A is for action you're avoiding. Okay, that's what I've come up with as the total encompassing of what the A is, right? You got to take one action that you've been avoiding. And B is do something for your body, connect with your body in some way, see what it needs from you that day. And C is connect with your creativity, right? So those are the three things. Those are your ABCs. And if you are every day addressing the ABCs, which is mind, body, spirit, right? Action you're avoiding connects with your mind, body connects with body, of course, and creativity connects with your spirit, your soul. It is your soul's expression. So if you consistently do those three things every day, that is you actively working on calibrating your energy. Okay. All right. Here we go. Leslie would like a card. Alina would like a card. Yay, yay, yay. Okay, awesome. All right. Here we go. I'm going to pull from the Keepers of the Light deck again because I've been feeling really connected to this deck this week, and I think it's been had really good messages. So it's a Kyle Gray deck for those of you who have not seen it. And Kyle Gray, it just puts together like, basically the Keepers of the Light. Here we go. Okay. And the Keepers of the Light are angels, ascended masters, they're not spirit guides because we have our own spirit guides, but it's basically angels and ascended masters, I think. Okay. I'm going to start shuffling, and Deb, I'm going to do you first, okay? Because you asked first. And then I'll do Leslie and Alina. Hola, Ana. Bon dia. God be with you too. God is always with us, isn't he? That God. Always making sure we're taken care of. Really. I have to tell you that as a parent, I have learned to embrace God a lot more because, think about it. Think about it. Because although I know that, the idea of God is very, parent-like, and we've adopted this patriarchal lens for religion, right? And for God. But the truth is, and if you are a parent, right, and let's just say God is like our parent, right? Loves us unconditionally, like we love our children unconditionally, right? But you notice how your kids blame you for like everything. I kind of get God's whole position right now, where God's like, hey, I gave you free will. You have the power to be the most amazing human being that you are. You have my love in you. You have my light in you. You have my power in you. But you repeatedly don't believe that you are as powerful as you are. And you repeatedly blame me for all the mess you've made yourself. Think about it, right? Think about it. Don't you understand God a little bit more? Now, God's love is unconditional. I believe that. I don't believe that God's love is conditional. I don't believe you have to be worthy of God's love. I believe that just as a parent loves their child unconditionally, at least one would hope that is the case. I think God feels the same way about us and sees us making a mess of our lives and goes, oh, you don't even know how amazing you are. Why do you keep doing that? Hey, Jen. Yes, I do. I think about it so often because my kids are like, it's your fault. It's your fault. You're the reason that I'm not doing this. You're the reason that I'm this. And you're like, honey, I'm just standing here supporting you. I'm watching you do your own thing. Okay, you want to blame me? That's fine. I love you. You can blame me. God's doing the same thing. Okay, you want to blame me? I'll take the blame, but you can get yourself out of this mess. I believe in you. And so I'm sending the message from God directly to you. I believe in you. You can get out of this mess and you're going to be okay. All right, Deb. Maybe that message was for you. I think that message was for all of us. Okay. Oh my God, Deb, look at the card you got. Master Jesus. I love Master Jesus. Okay. And this is, like I said, these are ascended masters. So regardless of whether you are Catholic or not, or have any relationship with Jesus himself, as an ascended master, he is a teacher. He is one that's here to, and he represents love and forgiveness. And in fact, in this card, that's what it says, Master Jesus, forgiveness. You are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father, healing is possible at this time. I really love that. And I really think that for you, healing is so present. I mean, we talk about this regularly. And I think really right now, forgiveness is the key. It is about acknowledging what has happened in your life. It is about forgiving those people who have hurt you, not by accepting what they've done, because, you know, forgiveness gets to be a really sticky point in the spiritual community. And I only say that because, you know, it can feel like you are saying it's okay that someone did something to you if you choose to forgive them. But you are not forgiving their actions in order to absolve them of their sins, okay? You are forgiving them their actions because you are acknowledging that they just don't have the capacity to do better. And regardless of whether or not you think someone has the capacity to do better and chooses to do harm, is not our business. That is connected to them and their spiritual journey, them and their, you know, connection to source. But most importantly, what forgiveness does is it releases you from their control of your life, right? Because when you don't forgive somebody, and you consistently relive what they did to you, whether it was traumatic or hurtful or painful or anything you feel, when you choose not to forgive someone, you are accepting their control in your life. You are accepting their vibration. You are accepting that that vibration remains active and present in your life. Now, if you have been through something serious and traumatic and you need support, then absolutely go get professional help. And I say that with all the love in the world, because I can't go through my own things by myself. I need someone to mirror back to me, even the things that I talk about here. You need someone to be able to hold you through the really difficult stuff. And especially if it's trauma, have a trauma-informed therapist. Have somebody that can really hold your hand while you take a look at these painful memories, and then release the control that this person has in your life. Release the influence that they have in your life. And in this case, we're calling that forgiveness. But maybe you don't use the word forgiveness if that's too hard. Use the word release. I release you from my life. I release you from our connection, right? And maybe do a cord cutting ceremony with anybody who you may experience especially sticky feelings with, right? Like there's a real stickiness, usually if it's a parent or if it's someone that you are intimate with, that you have a lot of baggage, right? Then you want to do a little cord cutting ceremony. And there was a great cord cutting ceremony that Colette Baron Reed released recently on her YouTube. If I can find it, I'll share it in the comments for anybody that needs. Okay, so Deb, that's for you. Forgiveness is the key. Okay, so next we have Leslie. You said yes, right, Leslie? Okay, here we go. And then Lena, you're next. Okay. All right, here we go. Charity, Leslie. This is the card that came up for you. Here we go. Look at this. Charity, prayer, and contemplation. And this card came upside down, which is interesting, and I'll tell you why in a minute. So it says, connect with heaven, ask and you shall receive. And I'm not sure what's going on in your life right now, but that this card came upside down. It feels like maybe you are not feeling I feel like you're feeling taken advantage of in some part of your life. There's something going on in your life where you feel like you're being taken advantage of. Maybe it's friends, or it's a professional situation where you're giving, 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 and you're just not receiving an equal exchange for the love that you have, for what you're putting in, for the effort and energy that you're putting in. You're just not receiving that back, and it makes it feel very unbalanced. And what's worse is then it takes away, like, you are a naturally giving person. You naturally are supportive of all those people around you. You are so loving and giving. And so when you're feeling this imbalance, it can make you feel resentful. It can make you feel, this weight, and it can make you not want to help. Whatever situation comes up in your life and someone needs your support, you're less likely to support if you feel like, it wasn't appreciated. And it doesn't even have to be a reciprocal relationship. It doesn't have to be, well, if I do something for you, you have to do something for me. But it can be even just energetically, like being there and then not feeling validated or acknowledged, or valued for your love and your kindness. And so here is one of the things that comes up. And also, there might be something going on where you need a reminder that you can ask for help. You can pray for help. You can use the relationship that you have with your faith, with your spiritual side, and call in the support that you need to help you through whatever it is that you're going through, right? And so this is a reminder, prayer and contemplation. Not everything is in your hands, right? Not everything's in your hands. You can't help everybody. You may want to help everybody and you just can't. And it's not your responsibility to help everyone. It is your responsibility to take care of yourself, make sure that you are taking care of your needs and the things that you need to take care of, and then trust that everything else is going to work out. And the number one thing, because I keep hearing like validation, is that you need to value the work that you do. You need to value yourself and how and you need to preserve. I'm also here, like, you need to preserve yourself, like preserve yourself for yourself. What you are willing to do for others, you need to remind yourself to do for yourself as well. Give yourself support, give yourself love, give yourself compassion. That is what I'm feeling for you. I hope that resonates with you. Here's your card. I love it. Charity, right here. I think charity is an angel, if I'm not mistaken. There's like hope, love, and charity. And here it is, charity, right here for you. And, it is the season, but maybe you're not feeling it. Maybe you haven't been feeling it lately. And so this is just a little reminder that just take care of yourself first. And then when you are in a good place, when you are feeling fulfilled, when you are feeling connected, then you can do for others as well. But you have to look after yourself first. Let's see here. Jen says, release someone from your life if you're not ready to forgive yet. Awesome guidance. Thank you. Cord cutting ceremonies are very powerful too. Love. Thank you. Hi, Fatima. Hello, my love. Thank you for watching. My hubby's watching on YouTube. Have you subscribed to my channel on YouTube? If you haven't, you should. I highly recommend it. Go to Jumpstart for Change on YouTube. Get me 100 subscribers so that I don't have 100 subscribers yet for my YouTube channel. Because I want to keep the Jumpstart for Change name, and I can't change it until I get 100 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, regardless of whether or not you watch me on YouTube, go subscribe now. Okay, Leslie, that was your reading. I hope that was helpful. Alina, you're next. Okay, here we go. Feels good. I'm going to go a little over today because we're pulling cards and it's fun, but not too much. Not too much. That hit home, but unfortunately, I think it's more related to parenting. I know, Leslie. I know. Well, feel free to call me if you need some support. I definitely can relate. And with with parenting especially. And that's why it's important for us to validate ourselves, because our kids are not going to validate us. They're just not. They're not capable of seeing outside of themselves. They only see through their own lens. And according to their lens, we're just a big nuisance. It doesn't matter how much we support them. We're, uh, I love you. I just want to say I love you and I feel you and I'm here for you if you need me. Okay, Alina, let's pull this card. I feel good things for you, Alina. I really do. I don't know what card we're pulling, but I just wanted to say that. Ooh, I love this card. Okay, here we go. Commander Ashtar. This is taking command of your life. That's when I see this card. It's like, it's a call to action. Take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. Okay, so here it is. Here is the beautiful key, the key to manifestation, the key to a blissful life, right? Take action. You have to take action. And here's the thing. You need to know that you don't have to take action all the time, but you need to take inspired action. So when you are feeling like, hey, like you get the messages, right? You get the messages, you get the signs, you get the inclinations, your intuition is bang on. You have to listen. And so when something comes up for you, and like I said, you don't always have to be taking action in order for you to succeed or to reach whatever goal you have. But what you do need to do is act on the action when you are inspired to do so. When something propels you forward and says, oh my God, I need to call this person, call them. When it's like, oh, I should write that email, write it. Oh, when something comes into your head saying, it might be really good to do this, do it. This is your call to action, that right now you are at a time of your life where action is required and needed from you, because that is your part of the manifestation journey, right? We can sit here, we can set intentions, we can pray, we can align our energy all we want. But if we're in complete and total alignment and then do nothing outside of that alignment, don't take any action and just sit here and go, I want to be really feeling rich and famous, and I want to speak on stages, or I want to do whatever it is that you want to do. Figure out a way to do it now. Don't wait to be hired. Don't wait for to audition. Don't wait to apply for the job. Figure out how to do what fulfills you right now. Take that action, step forward, and just be the person that you want to be. Just be it, embody it right now in the best way that you can, right? If you want a TV show, this is what I did with Me First Morning. I wanted a TV show. No one's hiring me for shows. I'm not even auditioning right now, right? So it's like, I don't have time for auditions. I don't really have all that time and energy right now. However, what am I going to do? I'm just going to do my own show and do it however I want. And that brings me fulfillment. And that's the key. Figure out how to bring yourself the fulfillment that you need and take the action to make it happen. All right. That's your message. Yes, inspired action. Ooh, that's deep. Ooh, yes, don't wait. Boom. Boom, baby, boom. You've got this. Like, momentum is on your side right now. So do it. I feel it for you. I feel like right now is that you're like revving up to take off. I feel so good. Oh, there's like a card that flat out. Okay, who's next? I know you're past time, but if you're feeling in the flow, I'd love an angel card. Yes, of course, Jen. Of course you can get. I am over, but I don't care. It's Fun Friday. And, when the party's going, you keep going. You don't wrap up the party when everybody's like having a good time. All right, here we go. Here we go. Wait, who was next? Okay, we had Alina, we had Leslie. Yes. Oh, I think it's Jen. I think, Jen, you're next, right? Yes. Good morning, so I'm just looking at the messages. Okay, here we go. Yes. Okay, yeah, Jen, you're next. All right, what card do we have for you? I have to say, this card popped out. I don't know if this is for you, Jen, but because it did pop out, I'm going to share this with the collective. Okay, so this is the card that came out today. That just came, and Jen, I'm going to do you right now. But I wanted to share this card that came up, and I think it's really present. It's present for me, and I think it's present for a lot of people. Okay, this is faith, right? Faith, humanity, and benevolence. Stay calm. Trust the good in yourself and others. See the light in the world. This is so important right now for all of us. Okay, always look to the light. Now, we have to, do the work in looking at our wounds and doing the shadow work and connecting with our inner child. So I'm not saying, like, we have to bypass all of the feelings that are difficult to face. In fact, right now it's really important to face everything that comes up for you because it is your opportunity to heal those things. And as they come up for you, acknowledge that feeling and then make a choice as to how you're going to move forward. And the secret when you are expanding is to make a choice that is different from what you would have chosen before. That's expansion. So if you would have hidden from that feeling before or tuck that feeling away, now is the time to feel it. Now is the time to just let it flow. You want to cry, cry it out. You want to scream, scream as loud as you can. Release it. Now is the time for you to break the patterns, the generational patterns, the societal patterns, your individual personal limiting belief patterns that you have developed over your lifetime. Now's the time to break them. And what you need is faith and trust that doing things differently, even if it feels unsafe in your body, is the expansion that you need. And all it is practice. Just keep practicing, stretching past your comfort zone. Keep practicing having faith, even when it feels really hard because things are challenging, because things aren't going your way, because it really feels like you're getting a kick in the nuts. Okay, that's the best way I can describe it, because I can tell you I understand that on a very, very personal level. I love you so much. Okay, I think it's for us, Jen, for sure, but I'm going to pull a card specifically for you. Fatima, right? Faith. What gets you through more than faith? And let me tell you something about the faith card and about faith in general. And I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again because it bears repeating. It is really easy to have faith when things are going well. It is really easy to have faith when money's good, love's good, friends are good, you're rocking and rolling. You're like, yeah, I'm rocking, I'm rolling, life's good, no problem. I have faith. I'm a believer. God loves me, right? But what about when you get that phone call that someone you love has passed? Or what about when you have some sort of trauma to deal with at home, or your kids are being bullied, or you have some other devastating diagnosis, or you have, like in my case, a puppy who was rushed to the hospital whose hind legs stopped working all of a sudden, right? It's hard for you to be like, God loves me, right? I still believe God loves me. Because of that parental connection where we think we're being punished. If we don't do the right thing, we think we're being punished, right? So God must be punishing me because life sucks right now. I must be being punished for something I've done. But that's not how it works. Everything is expansion. Everything is an opportunity for you to grow as a person, for us to grow and expand humanity into the place that we need to be. And each one of us needs to go through individual transformations in order for all of us collectively to transform. So have faith, even if you're going through a really, really rough time, that this is expansion. And just keep practicing getting yourself into that centered place, knowing that you are loved, knowing that you are guided, knowing that you are protected by God or spirit or whatever you believe in. Now is the time to double down on faith. That's been my inner mantra, man. Double down on faith. You just got to double down on faith no matter what's going on in your life. Trust me, it will help. It certainly helped me through really rough times, as I'm just like, okay, God, I'm going to trust you. And it's really hard for me to trust you, but I'm going to trust you, and I'm going to trust that you're going to lead me where I need to go, even though this is scary as hell. All right. Okay, Jen, this is your card. Oh my God, Jen. I guess it was our card, Jen. Look at this. I literally just spent like okay, so here we go. Jen, I just talked all about faith. So this is it, right? If you're going through a rough time right now, or if it feels like, you're chugging along and doing all the work and you're not seeing the results and you're not seeing things come together as much as you had hoped or as quickly as you had hoped, now's the time to double down on faith, right? Even though things don't seem clear and even though the path has a little bit of fog on it, but the fog will clear as you move forward, right? Even in thick, thick fog, even when you put your hand in front of your face and you can't see it because the fog is so thick, your hand is still there. You have to have faith that your hand is still there, even though the fog is thick. So whatever's going on in your life, no matter how thick that fog is, you have to know that you are there and that there is more road and that you will succeed and you will achieve what you want to achieve. You will get to your destination. You may have to walk a little slower. You may have to take some breaks along the way. You may have to add a lot of love and compassion and patience to your journey. But I promise you, keep going. Even if you can't see your hand in front of your face, it's still there. Even if you can't see how this path is going to lead you to your success, it's still there. You are still heading towards that success. You are still on the right path. And you know how you're on the right path? Because you can feel it in your heart, because you know it's the only path that makes sense to you, even if it makes no sense at all to anyone else. I really, really hope that you soak that in and take that in. And this is for anyone who's listening. And I say that for everyone as well. Anyone who's listening to anyone else's cards, if it resonates with you or for you, then the message is for you too. Everything that we are experiencing individually, we are also experiencing collectively. And each one of us are at different stages of our personal evolution. And so we're going to be going through different things at different times. But we are going through stuff and we're all kind of going through things together, just in our own places. So hold on. If you have time, thanks. Oh, Marlene, I'll pull a card for you. Okay, Marlene, you'll be my last card because I never pull a card for you and I'd love to. So thank you. Oh, Leslie, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you to all for being here. So if you have to go, I understand, but I will pull a card for Marlene since I'm here and I've never pulled a card for you. And I already said that, but I'm going to say it again because it bears repeating. I feel like I'm on a recording sometimes. I say the same thing over and over again, but it's just like my brain just goes and I just go with it. I just let it loose because I am embracing how my brain works. And you guys will have to too, because you have to listen to me. All right. Marlene, I'm so excited. Okay, let's see. What do the cards have to say for you today? Namaste. I'm soaking it in. Yes, Jen, totally. I'll send you a picture of the card if you want to kind of look at it and just like absorb it. But oh my God, you were right. Faith was for us. I love it. Okay, here we go. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Getting warm. I have a warm sweater here today. And this ring light is like melting me. All right. Okay, this card. Okay, so here we go. This card fell out for you. I got two cards that fell out for you, but I'm going to show you both of them, okay? So the first card is Mahavtar Babaji, okay? And it's soul expansion. Soul expansion. It says your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connections between all things. And, I think that, the fact that you are here and listening, and that you're even open to listening to the things that I have to say, it shows that you are definitely opening up. And I'm not just saying because, I'm this like guru of expansion, because I'm not, but I believe that we kind of connect with people who are on a similar journey, a little further along, a little less far along, but, within a certain bandwidth, right? So we're all on this like journey. So this is like the journey of transformation. And here's like the middle where you're kind of like, okay, grooving. And then here's like extreme transformation, like really things are happening quickly. And here's like, you're getting hints of the transformation and you're somewhere within this bandwidth. And you're starting to pay attention to things and things are starting to click for you and you're getting signs and you're starting to understand things from a different perspective. And you may even be receiving very powerful messages, which you may or may not understand that they are powerful messages. We haven't talked in many, many years, so I don't know where you are in terms of your intuition and how connected you are to it. But what this tells me is that you are, in fact, very connected to your intuition, whether you recognize it, outside of just in here or not. And you are expanding exponentially right now. And I know you've been through so much in your life, and Anyone who has who has kids in their lives, because raising children is a lot. And I know you have four, if I'm not mistaken, you have four children. So you have been through a whole lot of expansion in your life through this experience with your children. And now you are diving in even deeper into the spiritual aspect of your life. And you are starting to see the connection between things, and even the connection between the experiences that you had in your life and how they have all started to fit as puzzle pieces to give you a whole picture of what your life is and where you want to go from this point onward, and how you want to move forward in your life from here. And the other card which connects to this is this one, Freya, Phases and Cycles. And so, really, when I'm thinking about soul expansion, I'm thinking that you are entering another phase of your life. And it is that what requires your attention. It is this new phase of your life where you're bringing in a bigger soul expansiveness into this next phase. And it could be, I think, your kids are older. It could be the fact that you are entering into, like, now kids, a mother of kids who are older is a different type of mother than kids who are running around at home and, still playing with Legos, right? Kids that are in school or kids going to college, like that's a whole other area. So it may be in that department, or it may be just like the rest of us, where we're all feeling this inner restlessness, where we're ready to step into a more authentic life, where we see pockets of happiness and fulfillment and satisfaction. And we want to bring all those pockets together and really fill it up and make it a much more present feeling in our lives. And I want you to know, here it says, there's a beginning with every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. So you are in a time of discovering what is really important to you. You are at a time of choosing your priorities, and really your focus is what's going to dictate how your life is going to evolve from this point onward. What are you focusing on? Are you focusing on the growth? Are you focusing on the love? Are you focusing on, this next phase as something exciting? Or are you looking at this, in fear? Or are you looking at it with lack and saying, like, this is new and I'm not comfortable with this? And I'm not saying that's what you're doing. I actually feel it's much more the other way, that you are looking at it with an expansive vision, with excitement, like this next new phase. So lean into that. Lean into this next phase of your life. Lean into the transition that you're already feeling and you've been feeling for quite a while. I feel it in you, where you're like, there's something coming and you can feel it in your bones that something is changing and shifting. And you are about to step into this next evolution of you and really spread your wings and get out of that cocoon and fly like the beautiful butterfly that you are. So I really, really hope that this was encouraging or helpful, or at least letting you know that your guides are with you. Your ancestors, your guides, your spiritual team is holding you as you go through this transition in your life. And you will be divinely guided and protected every step of the way. 5 with my bonus son. Yes, yes. Oh, that's right. Yes, your bonus son. That's right. And I mean, there you go. I'm so glad that this resonates with you, Marlene, because I really believe that mothers, and you're a mom, I'm a mom, and almost every person here that's watching is a mom. We are the energetic centers of our household, right? Like if mom's happy, everyone's happy. Of course, I'm talking about from my very privileged point of view as a, woman in a household that is, that we live a nice life, basically, is what I'm saying. And so from that point of privilege and from my perspective, but I think in many other perspectives and in many other situations, mothers are where kind of the point of energetic calibration begins, right? It's really like we shine the light on our children, we shine the light on our home, we hold the space for everyone who is in that home to evolve. We hold the space for everyone to be who they are. And it is a really hard job. It is a really, really hard job some days, because we have to hold space for everyone while also keeping our own energy in check, right? And keeping our own foundation grounded. Exactly, Leslie. We are the backbone of the family in so many ways. We are the emotional and energetic backbone of the family, and things begin in with us so we can shift how things are going. But at the same time, we cannot burden the weight on our own, right? We have to take care of ourselves and set the tone for ourselves and hold the space for everyone else, but we cannot control everyone. And we are not responsible solely for who they are and their reactions and how they do things, right? Just like God. And I'm not saying we are God. I'm just saying that, just as God has given us free will, and God cannot step in and be like, nope, don't make that choice. Although I think sometimes spirits do. But for the most part, we are given the opportunity to lead our lives in the way we want, right? And just as parents, we do the same thing for our children. We give our children the choice to live their lives the way they want. And as much as we may try to influence or control, we really can't. It's up to them. And so that's why it is up to us. And our biggest responsibility is to take care of ourselves, to take care of our energy, to make sure that we are grounded and our foundation is secure. Because when our kids fall off their own foundation or get lost, or the people that count on us get disconnected, they know that they can come back to us because we remain grounded. And that's our job, is to remain grounded for the ones that we love, so they can always come to us and find their own place of comfort, their own centeredness. And again, it's not our responsibility to make sure that everybody we love is taken care of as much as we make it our responsibility. But we do have to make sure that we are taken care of and that we are able to hold space for everyone else who needs us. Yes, Fatima, right? Like we gotta, it starts here. It starts with us. This is where it begins, and everybody comes to us, which means we have to make sure that we are fully functioning adults who can handle our shit. And some days that's better than others. And today's a good day. That's all I have to say. Thank you so much, Leslie. I feel it's a powerful day. We are walking into the weekend feeling powerful, feeling connected, feeling faith. Okay. I am leaning into faith. I hope you lean into faith, especially during your tough times. Know, once again, that you are divinely guided and protected, and that everything is working out exactly as it's supposed to for the highest and greatest good of all. Take that with you into the weekend. And my love, I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. I will be here on Monday at 10 a.m. Once again, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll see you then. Bye.